Hi guys, I know you guys are like zoomed in really close right now, but it might look kind of weird. Sorry, but I am going out tonight in drag, so I figured it would be a good time to kind of go over how to do one of my drag eyes. Maybe I'll do lips as well, maybe brows, but I shouldn't be teaching anyone how to do brows. But for now I'll just do an eye, and I'm going to be doing this eye on this side. This is, I don't know, it's kind of a smoky eye but with still a crease to give some like new bone structure. If you like it, keep watching because I'll explain how I do it, and if you don't like it, don't watch it. Alright, I used this palette to do Lorac Pro 2, and it's got all these lovely colors. It's basically, I used a navy blue, a black, and like a pink color, like a very light peachy pink color. So those are the only three colors that you need. Alright, first I'm going to take I've already taken a flat, just a flat brush. I don't know the appropriate names for this. I just call it a flat brush. And I took some black eyeshadow and I just kind of like mapped out where I want this crease shape to be with just black eyeshadow. I use black eyeshadow because it can be swept away if you try hard enough. But the first thing that I do after I draw this shape is my eyeliner, which I've used a lot of different kind of eyeliners, but the cheapest and easiest for me to use is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. It comes in waterproof and regular, but this is it. Nothing special about it, it's just cheap as hell. So it's got like a little brush, not with bristles, but it's flexible. So, alright, so I'm going to go in with my eyeliner. I start and I'm going to try and match the other eye as best I can. And it's better to start off smaller, and that way you can add to it. So, I've done that. Now I'm just gonna go crazy, kind of filling it in. And yes, I do use a lot of eyeliner. Again, like, I'm a bio queen. I prefer like a bigger doll eye if it's not your cup of tea. I do other looks as well with like less makeup, but you know, the less makeup that I wear, the more people are like, you're not doing drag. So this is my favorite type of eye. I don't, it can be really hard to try and match this line with this line in terms of like the curve of it, but and then I'm going to keep filling it in. Alright, so now I've filled in a lot of it, but I'm not going to fill in the whole thing. And then I'm going to just start. See, I always wipe my eyeliner off so there's not like chunks of it. I'm going to start on the outer corner and kind of follow the same line that I made on this side. And I'm just going to go up in a diagonal line very lightly. And I'm not going to go too far out. I don't want this to be like a huge wing. And by huge wing, I mean usually I will draw it all the way back. But I'm going to stop right here and connect it to where my crease stopped. And then fill in the rest. Okay, trying to make sure it's even, and then I'm gonna just extend the point a tiny bit just to make sure it's nice and sharp, and I do that by starting right like here and drawing it back into the black. Okay. And I think that's pretty even. And now what I'm going to do, I do all the liner stuff first. So I'm going to take this line that I have right here, extend it down till like right here. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull it diagonal up to this part of my eye, just like I did on this side. So I'm going to fill in where I didn't yet. I've filled in all the liner. I've dragged down this line down and then diagonal, just like the other side. Now I'm going to start off in the outer corner again and I'm going to meet up down here. And then I'm gonna just start like right here.
Did you call me?
No, I just said don't yell. I'm trying to film. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I like this side better than this side. Okay. You guys, do you ever like start getting in drag and halfway through you're just like, I don't really want to go out anymore? That is what is happening to me tonight and basically every night. I go through this like internal battle when I'm getting ready. It's like, I look like shit, then I think I look good, then I think I look like shit, then I think I look good, and like, I'm like, no, just stay in, you don't look good, no, just take it all off, and then I'm like, no, you look fierce, you look great, like, keep going, and then I'll keep going for like another hour, and then I'm like, why did I waste all my time doing this, I don't even look good, I'm gonna stay in. It's just like this huge internal battle in my head, but usually I end up looking better than I think I do, but there are some days. There was one time that I did like get in drag for like 4 hours. I mean, saying it took me 4 hours to get in drag, and then I got my car to start driving. I drove like halfway there, which to me it's an hour to get there. Drove like halfway there, and I was like, you look like shit, no one's gonna compliment you. And like, I turned around and went home, and such a struggle. Okay. Okay, and then since I like where I put this black eyeshadow, I'm gonna go over it ever so lightly in eyeliner. And this is with leftover eyeliner. I'm not dipping it back into the pot. So that just deepens the crease. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure this all dries. Honestly, the eyeliner is half the battle, so okay. Next thing I'm gonna do is go in with like a really fluffy, kind of big blending brush. It's the Morphe E23. It's alright. I use it if I wanna. It's very fluffy, and I use it when I wanna cover a pretty big space. So I'm gonna go in with like a transition shade. So as you can see, this eye goes from black to navy blue to peach, and the peach is what I call one of the first transition shade. So it gives it that warmth on the very end. So I'm going to go in with this Sugar Pale Suburbia. It's the peachy shade. Take this blending brush, get a good amount, because for some reason it's harder for color to show when I'm blending it over my covered brows. Like the glue underneath just kind of takes away some of the color, I'm finding. So I'm gonna go in and literally just
Just be careful. Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna put it right here. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh god. So continue to sweep this color over pretty broadly, because all of it that is showing down here isn't going to end up showing once I put the black and blue over it. The only part that's going to show is the very top. So, but I don't want to aim for the top because I don't want to go too high. So I'm gonna, and as you can tell, I'm putting much more shadow above the wing than I am over this crease line here. I don't want the colors up here to be as high as the colors are up here. I don't want them to go up here. I want them to stay really tucked in. So next step, I'm gonna take this like flat shadow brush and go into this Lorac 2 thing. I use 3 shades: lightest, medium, and darkest, which is black. So my medium shade, which is still dark but lighter than black, is going to be navy. This navy right here. I go in with this flat shadow brush and just get a bunch on the tip, blow it a little bit off, and I'm going to start to map out where I want this blue to go. And be very gentle going over your brow cover. I mean, I'm not doing this like I'm being very light-handed. Because even if you're well covered, your brows can pop out at any second, and then it's a nightmare to blend shadows over popped out brows. I stick with a very round eye shape because I like it to be like kind of like a doll, but if you wanted to go like up and out, you could. I kind of go rounded. And so you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the glue is taking up some of this pigment, so I'm having to really add quite a lot. This brush is just for mapping it out. It's not for blending. Okay, now I'm going to take this blending brush that is more thin and flat. You could use any blending brush, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to dip it back into that navy blue, just a little bit, just a little dot. And I'm going to go over and marry this navy blue, the line, the hard line, into the peach. And I don't want to bring it too high up, I just want to blend it out. And I really don't even want to get into this inner corner till the end, and I want to be very delicate when I do, because I want the fine lines to stay. I don't want to blend it too high up. So I go in the inner corner when I've got most of the excess product off my brush, and I go in with what's left over, and I just move it back and forth, bring it upwards a little bit, not too high at all. Let me just see if it's even. Yep, it's looking pretty even to me. I'm gonna just go in with a bit more blue at the bottom, like where the black and the blue connect. I'm gonna go in there with black afterwards, but I just still wanna, because when you go in with black, it's gonna eat up most of the blue, just like the blue ate up most of the pink. Okay, last step is to take the same brush that I used for mapping out the blue. It's a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to grab some just plain matte black from this Lorac palette, and I love the matte black from any Lorac palette. I think they have some of the best black eyeshadow there is. It blends so well. I'm going to grab a copious amount of that and just start. I don't want you to be able to really tell where this black eyeliner starts and where the black eyeshadow starts, so I'm just gonna like go in between the two with black shadow. And sometimes I even bring my black shadow down into the where I've drawn an eyeliner, just so it can cover any spots I might have missed. But now, okay, I'm gonna do the same thing oh no, fallout. With black eyeshadow, that's the worst. Okay, if you want to avoid fallout, just put a bunch of baby powder or translucent powder down here under your eye. That way when it falls down and it hits the powder, you can just sweep it all away and it won't smear at all. I'm lazy and I'm not doing that. And so now I'm going to do the same thing I did with the navy blue, and just, I'm only going to put this black though underneath the navy blue, like right at the bottom for definition. Gonna go back in with that same blending brush. Doesn't matter that I use the other colors because the other color is a navy blue and this is black, so it's like, doesn't really matter. Now I'm just kind of diffusing that black. Gonna go in with the blue a little bit more. And I'm seeing that this crease line is a little bit darker than this one, so I'm just gonna add to this one a little bit. And now I'm just going to go in and re-add some of the pink since it tends to get a little bit lost in there. Just a teeny bit. Okay. Okay, so I got cut off by my camera. I never know when my camera stops recording. But I went back in with that navy blue shade and I just buffed that shade out down here on the bottoms of my eyes. Then I'm going to go in with just the smallest bit of black and put it right only right along the eyeliner line. I'm not going to bring it down as far as I brought the blue. Okay. And I did bring the blue quite far down because I'm going to be wearing bottom lashes and it's going to cover up quite a bit. Okay, so I'm really enjoying the look of this. I'm almost done with the eyes completely. That is aside from lashes, which I do at the very end. Gonna take some clown white. I have mine in a jar by Maron. Gonna just go in with a small detail brush, fill in the inner corner fake waterline. Try not to use too much because I don't want it to be gloopy and it will crease. But I do want it to be very bright. And anything that gets on the lashes, I try and pull off with my fingers. Oop, and I just pulled out 2 of my lashes. I don't want any color really to be on these lashes, like no white. And you have to be so careful not to get any of this white on the black, because once it mixes in, it will all just become gray. I definitely notice now that I've filled it in that this inner corner is bigger than the other. These are things that no one else would notice besides me. I'm going to pull the white off of these lashes that I got it on. Then I'm going to set this clown white because it will move around, mix into my eyeliner, etc., become gray and mushy. I'm going to set it with translucent powder, or you could set it with white eyeshadow. it sucks because I don't really like using too much because I don't want to get any of this translucent powder really on the black because it dulls the black down. So this is wrapping up the end of this video. I didn't record myself putting on top and bottom lashes, but I will include a picture of what the look looked like when I was finished. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you really learned something. And please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.